Well, good afternoon and welcome everyone. Today's review has now brought us here for a much more up-close and personal encounter with the all-new 2014 Nissan Pathfinder Platinum. Now, our particular vehicle today has been graciously provided by Texas Nissan of Grapevine, which, as you can see, their new car facility here in just a minute has undergone quite the transformation within the past few months or years, much like the all-new Pathfinder in which we'll be seeing today. And as always, their dealership is still located right here in the heart of Grapevine, Texas. And now, with all that being said, this is going to be a complete and in-depth review of the all-new Pathfinder, and this does entail a complete startup and overview of the engine, as well as a good look at many of the unique and notable styling cues and multiple all-new features, technologies, and creature comforts that now make up this completely rejuvenated and slightly larger version of Nissan's mid-size SUV. And so, bearing all that new information in mind, let's go ahead and climb aboard and we'll check it out. Now, while we have the key fob here in front of us, you may recognize that it has one additional button on the new intelligent key fob, and that is for Nissan's all-new remote start system. It's a system that's been added to a lot of the up-spec trim levels on a lot of Nissan's top-selling models, such as the Pathfinder we have here. To activate it, just lock the car and hold down the specified button to start. And it's as easy as that. You can see the innermost portions of the headlights automatically illuminate when the remote start system is active. And to deactivate the system, all you have to do is hit the remote start button again. And it's as easy as that. Now, our particular top spec Platinum model we have here wears the Moonlight White Pearl exterior. Our particular tester also has the onboard electronic four-wheel drive system, which we'll cover at its appropriate time in the review. Now, being the top spec Platinum model, this car does come standard with Nissan's intelligent key. Basically put, it provides complete remote-free access into the vehicle along with a standard push-button ignition. Gaining entry into the car is as simple as having the key fob anywhere on your person, such as I have it here in my pocket. And as you just saw just a moment ago, we just unlocked the new Pathfinder. And both the locking and unlocking is done through the small triangular button hidden flushly into these new chrome-plated door handles. Locking it is as simple as pushing the button once. 2 beeps indicates locking, and 1 beep indicates unlock. And if you were to actually push the button twice in a rapid succession with the car being locked to start with, the first beep indicates the unlocking of the driver's door only, while the second beep will indicate the unlocking of all the rest of the doors. And beautifully accenting this deep Moonlight White Pearl exterior, our particular Platinum tester's interior has been fully appointed in a sumptuous almond leather. Now, to start this Pathfinder is very simple. All you have to do is have the key fob anywhere within the vehicle, then put your foot on the brake, then simply locate and hit the dash-mounted engine start button to fire up the engine. Also, you may not have noticed it, but when the vehicle is started, it actually has a memory driver's seat, which automatically goes back to its last memory setting when the vehicle is started. Now, equally smooth in this case is Nissan's new electric power steering system, which does have a little bit of firmness to it, being that this one is the four-wheel drive model and it does have the front differential, but in more conventional front-wheel drive models, it is a lot more fluid. It's put through a full leather-wrapped steering wheel, very sumptuous in a soft grain material, carrying a new 4-spoke design signature to the new Pathfinder and this car's luxury counterpart, the Infiniti JX, or now the QX, as Infiniti has called it, with a nice modest amount of steering wheel mounted controls for all various parts of the vehicle. Now sadly, the only available transmission is Nissan's infamous Xtronic CVT, or continuously variable automatic transmission. Available with low gear selection and overdrive, and your low gear selection basically acts like an engine braking system, almost like a hill descent control for this all-wheel drive model. Now with our Pathfinder Platinum having the updated technology package as standard, along with front, side, and rear facing cameras, it is also available with a reverse backup camera. Now if you can see, the screen actually has two different screens here. The first is your reverse camera. It carries a set of contouring guidance lines, which turn when you turn the steering wheel. But if you'll notice over here on the right, you have what's called Nissan's Around View Monitor, consisting of 4 separate cameras in 4 different areas in the vehicle. One in the front, one in the back, and one in each mirror. Now, if you were to put the car in drive, okay, you can see it brings up your navigation screen. But there's a small camera button here, you press it, and it instantly activates your forward-looking camera hidden just underneath the Nissan badge in the front of the vehicle. As you can see, it's looking at that brand new silver Altima over there. And also, again, it continues on with the Around View Monitor as well. And also, you can just press the camera button again. It goes to your side view camera over on the other side of the screen. Press it again, and it comes right back to your navigation screen. And you can also have the option to zoom in and zoom out to get a much better judgment on your distance from a certain object in both front or rear. Also, this vehicle is equipped with child protective safety locks, which will automatically lock the Pathfinder once it's detected motion when the car is put into gear, and will only unlock when the car is put into park and the ignition is actually switched off, to let you know it is officially safe to exit the vehicle. Both the driver and passenger windows are automatic in both directions. And when you close the Pathfinder's door, you can hear that it chimes a few times, letting you know that it's lost detection of its intelligent key fob. Now, the all-new Pathfinder for 2013 was originally released with Nissan's 3.5-liter VQ35DE dual overhead cam 24-valve V6. But for 2014, they've actually added a new powertrain, which this car still has the standard V6 today, but the other one is the Pathfinder Hybrid, which actually introduces a 2.5-liter supercharged and intercooled inline 4-cylinder engine, along with a sealed nickel metal or a sealed lithium-ion battery pack. Now that engine produces around a net horsepower of 250 horsepower. But our car today has a much more reliable and much more robust power plant. It's still the same 3.5-liter double overhead cam 24-valve VQ35DE V6, equipped with various bits of technology to introduce Nissan's Pure Drive technology. All put together, this car still puts out a healthy 240 horsepower and 260 horsepower and 240 pound-feet of torque. EPA fuel economy estimates on regular unleaded gasoline for this four-wheel drive model are 19 miles per gallon city and 25 miles per gallon on the interstate highway, when gaining a few mpg for the front-wheel drive model. And now let's see about a couple of revs of that VQ35 V6 and see what kind of soundtrack she produces. Definitely a very throaty rumble from that big V6. All around, a very beautiful sounding power plant, and definitely a robust addition to this new Pathfinder. But with all that in mind, let's go ahead and turn on the headlights. You do have the option of them being automatic, as well as turn on the fog lights, and the hazard lights as usual. And now, with all that being done, let's go ahead and take this opportunity to explore the exterior of the new Pathfinder. Now, for those of you who remember the Pathfinder from about 2012 back, you may recall that it had sort of a boxy, very shoebox style shape. Well, 2013 has completely redone that entire car. The Pathfinder now sports a much more rounded, much more fluidic design. Illustrating the point are these set of chrome bezeled halogen headlights with both low and high beams, as well as integrated fog lights surrounded by chrome rings in the front fascia. Now, originally, the Nissan Pathfinder was not the first car to debut this all-new chassis for 2013 and 2014. Ironically, it was Nissan's luxury department, with the Infiniti JX35 being the first car to debut this performance-oriented chassis, with a Nissan Pathfinder soon to follow right afterwards. Now, for the all-new Pathfinder Platinum, Nissan really wanted to give it an upscale look, and illustrating the point is this set of 20-inch polished and painted aluminum alloy wheels wrapped in Toyo Prox's all-season tires. These tires measure 235, 35R20 all the way around. You can see your small cameras hidden just underneath the mirrors. This one also does have a power tilting and sliding sunroof, hidden just between the matte silver painted aluminum roof rails. Coming towards the back of the Pathfinder, again you see a much more rounded, much more beautiful design than the outgoing model. Now, one of the key differences between this new Pathfinder and the Pathfinder Hybrid, ironically, is that this Pathfinder has a set of standard halogen lights, while the Pathfinder Hybrid will actually have a clear chrome piece going all the way around this bezel here, a much thicker part like this lower part here, and those will actually be LED tail lights. But neither here nor there, you can definitely see that the Pathfinder has definitely taken one huge leap into Nissan's future. You can also see the reverse parking sensors lining the rear bumper of the vehicle. Rear integrated windscreen wiper, and also your rear heated defrosting glass. You can almost see this wave-like curve here along the door sills that leads just up into the front edge of the hood. Again, this Pathfinder is definitely a prime example of what Nissan can really do. Wipe the slate completely clean, start all over from scratch, and end up with something truly beautiful and a completely beautiful, outstanding model. But now that we've had a good look around the exterior of the new Pathfinder, let's take a look at many of the technological features and things on the interior. As I said, being the top spec Platinum model, our particular tester's interior has been fully upholstered in the standard almond leather. We've also got slight accents of dark maple burl wood trim. And as you would expect with such a luxury vehicle, you do get plentiful amounts of powered amenities, including your power mirrors, window locks, power door locks, automatic one-touch driver and passenger window, the rest of your power windows, and, as you saw in the very beginning of the video, a two-person memory driver's seat. This one also has these optional illuminated entry skid plates, and also a power-assisted perforated driver's seat. You can also see the extension of the matte silver finish here, and also your nice piece of burl wood trim, as is opposite on the other door. Now, the interior of the new Pathfinder really shows what a lot of Nissan buyers have come to expect. Plentiful amounts of technology in all different areas. Of course, with this one being the Pathfinder Platinum, you've come to expect that it is going to be loaded with technology. And you are right, as you saw in the forward, backward, and around view cameras on your navigation screen here. Now, the controls for the navigation are very simple to use. Of course, you saw your camera controls over here, your map, which you see right here. You can enter a route, your different destinations, things like that. Vehicle status, climate control, vehicle information, including active fuel economy, weather information, maintenance, updated, and so on and so forth. And also different vehicle settings, and also a night and daytime button that allows you to adjust the brightness of the camera. And of course, your enter button and all your different controls are right here. Let's go back to the map real quick. Now, down below here, you've also got your multi-stack CD player, different preset radio stations, AM and FM radio is standard, disc or CD and auxiliary input, and also Sirius satellite radio, or XM satellite radio. I've been working so hard on the album, I missed the whole summer. I just might bring in some girls from Miami to heat up the city, and that's where the stunner, you know it. Jealousy in the air tonight, I could tell. I will never understand that, but oh well. Being ready is real, I don't know about you. Definitely a nice thumping premium Bose audio system. And down below are your not too hard to understand climate controls. Your fan speed is here in the center. You can just push the button to turn it on or off. Your air conditioning recycling. Also your controls for your rear mounted air conditioning. Your different climate modes, front and rear defrost. And also your different temperature controls, which can also be controlled simultaneously or independently. Meaning that if you push it and the dual button is selected, you can select independent ones, or if you push it again, it will automatically synchronize both of them at the same time and allow them to be controlled at the exact same point. Now, of course, both the front seats are perforated, so you have ventilated side and heated sides for both the driver and passenger. A nice leather-wrapped shift knob here with a nice bit of burl wood going up the center part of the center console. And that leads me also to this. Now, this four-wheel drive system is not very difficult to understand. You've got your two-wheel drive mode here, and it appears just at the uppermost portion of your screen. We'll see if we can let you see that. Now, if I turn the wheel to the right, you can see that it introduces the locking rear differential. If I turn it to the left, it puts it into two-wheel drive mode. And if I select it in the center, it puts it right back into an automatic setting, which basically means it's thinking on its own the whole time. Basically just an intelligent four-wheel drive system. Not too difficult to understand. And what's also not too difficult to understand is the LCD screen right here between your tachometer and speedometer. Now, of course, you can see right now it's telling us it's pretty cold outside. It's currently 29 degrees. But if you press this little button here on the steering wheel, you can see it also gives you a three-dimensional representation of the vehicle. Active fuel economy, tire pressures, four-wheel drive, front and rear, average miles per gallon, vehicle warnings, and vehicle settings. You can also select the back button as well. You've also got your radio buttons here with active Bluetooth, and also your cruise control buttons here on the right. Up top, you've got a fully adjustable power tilting and sliding sunroof. Just push it. And also this uppermost button here, which allows you to retract the rear shade. It has different settings, so you can see to allow in various amounts of sunlight. We'll just leave it like that for now. Various reading lights and things of that nature. Of course, your sunglasses holder. Lighted vanity mirrors. Unbelievable. So much technology crammed into this new Pathfinder. I don't even know that we'll be able to get it in one video. But with all that in mind, viewers, actually, before we leave, pardon me, we have your controls down here to the left. You have traction control, your heated steering wheel, power lift gate, and the ability to turn it on or off. Down here you also have your tow mode and your alternate power source. Also, a power tilting and telescoping steering wheel. Very nice. And now, with all that in mind, let's go ahead and turn off the engine. You hear the whole vehicle unlock when you hit the engine start button. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and check out the rest of the new Pathfinder. Now, of course, with this being a 7-passenger SUV, there is plentiful amounts of space located in the rear. But also, one additional feature, as you can see here, is the tri-zone entertainment system. Included inside the center console here are 2 sets of headphones and 2 remotes. You've got a fold-out entertainment monitor here on the back of each seat. Nice dual map pockets here. Your rear air conditioning controls, your off and fan speed, automatic air conditioning and temperature control, your rear auxiliary input, rear heated seats for both the driver and for both the left and right passenger, 2 different stages, high and low, your auxiliary inputs, and also your headphone jacks. Now, getting into that third row of seats is not too difficult. You can do it one of 2 ways. You can pull up on the seat lever here, or just right here as you normally would getting out of a car. You can see it lifts forward just like that. Lifts right up. Fold that down, or push that back, excuse me. And then pull this up. And as you can see, the third row of seats is quite accessible with plentiful amounts of legroom. But one cool thing, I just noticed this, so you'll find this out as I do. You push this up, and the front of the seat actually came up. That was weird. Now again, being the top spec model, it also does have the power assisted liftgate. Just pops right open. Then you can also access that through the intelligent key fob. Your third row of seats is also foldable. You can just lift the lever up, folds completely flat into the floor, and allows for quite the plentiful amount of cargo room. Your Bose acoustic wave system and everything underneath. Nice little extra storage area. You notice also that it does not have the annoying extended beep as the tailgate opens and closes. It just has a small little chime to let you know you've activated it, and then rises on its own accord. Very sumptuous feel to the leather materials as well. Very nice and soft. There's a bit of a plasticky feel on these upper materials here on the door panels. You've got nice switches. They do feel very nice. Got nice cup holders here in each of the doors for the rear passengers. Although I wouldn't recommend putting something bigger than, say, about a medium soft drink in there, or maybe a can or bottle. If you have your extra large big gulp from your local 7-Eleven and you plunk it in there, it's probably not going to fit. Just saying. Unless you'd rather have your Mountain Dew or Pepsi or whatever spilt all over your back seat, which I don't think you want. Now you can definitely hear the quality in this big SUV. Most of them, they kind of close with a soft clunk, but this one has a bit of a thunk to it. Definitely a very nice feeling sound. Now, as far as safety features go, the Pathfinder is definitely top-notch, including dual-stage front, driver, and passenger airbags, side curtain, and side impact airbags for both the front and rear passengers as well. Now, stepping into the passenger side, it's typical big SUV fashion. Close the door. You can stretch out quite a long ways. I mean, I'm 6'1", and I'm even having to stretch my legs out all the way to reach the end of the footwell there. But definitely offers a nice, comfortable seating position for at least a very nice passenger. Your center console here can accommodate quite a few things. Pull it all the way up, and as I said before, here's all of your standard headphones. And your remotes for the TVs. And as far as the glove box, open it up, it's nice and damped. Falls very nice and soft. And you've got a lot of storage room way back there with all your reading materials, cables, cords, and everything as such. But it's not lined with felt, so it's just standard plastic. But altogether, this new Pathfinder definitely feels like it's been well screwed together and definitely feels like the next generation SUV. Altogether, most buyers nowadays are very pleased with these new Pathfinders. You definitely see a lot of them, especially on the roads here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. With large families and people needing bigger SUVs every day, it's no surprise that the Pathfinder has come in at just the right time. Not to mention with a lot better fuel economy than the outgoing model. So viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this rather in-depth look at the all-new 2014 Nissan Pathfinder Platinum. If you wish to contact Texas Nissan of Grapevine about this particular vehicle, or any of the others that you may have seen in the background of this film, please feel free to do so at texasnissanofgrapevine.com, or come visit them in their showroom out here in Highway 114 in Grapevine, Texas. Till then, viewers, hope you had a great time. I'll see you guys later.